guys, what's going on? It is Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. Thank you for joining me today. By popular request, I am joined by DenisitoProX. He is an amazing player and he has an incredibly off-meta deck and he's inside a match right now. He's about 2 victories away from Ultimate Champions League, 6,400 trophies. So hopefully he can get there today. We're going to watch him either way on ladder, win or lose. I'm excited, guys. You guys can see the deck below me. It's pretty crazy. I've had him here on the channel about 6 months ago now, and I just wanted to kind of bring him back to update you guys. Plus, I've been seeing so many requests for him because he has been top ladder throughout the season, just playing this funky off-meta deck. And we're going to start things out going against TR Brian. Before we do the play-by-play on this match, I want to kind of get your reassessment of the balance changes, talk to you guys a little bit about the balance changes. These were kind of a polarizing balance changes, more for what they did not include than what they did include, right? And we're going against Sparky here, so this ought to be a really good matchup. Giant Skeleton versus Sparky in 6,400 trophies. Not something you normally see. What a nice Skarmy and Wizard predicting that he had Minion Horde in hand. We're going to take that right tower down, guys, or we're going to take it really close to down. Oops. Don't be too early on the call there, Ash. But 296, not too bad for about 75 seconds into this match. But yeah, back to the balance changes. A lot of people are like, yo, where's the, Barbarian Barrel needed more of a nerf. Some people, I'm not, giving my opinion. I'm just echoing your sentiments in the comments. Barbarians, the rework was awful to the Barbarians. They're gonna be worse because they died of Fireball. A bunch of other stuff too. Where's the Mortar? Where's the 3 Musketeers? Where is the, I don't know, just a lot of questions. Where's the Zappies buff? Where's the, I don't know, I could go on and on and on, but you guys get the point. So what do you guys think? So far in the community tab poll, if you guys want to check out my community tab after the video is over, most of you guys fall in the middle and give it an average grade, and then the minority of you guys are split 50-50, either loving the balance changes or hating the balance changes. A couple of things I want to mention as we're going to lose our left tower here. Ouch. Caught us with not enough elixir, I guess, to play the Wizard, or do we have Wizard out of rotation? I don't know. But Barbarians, which the opponent is actually playing right now before the balance changes, it's going to be 5 of them now. And I don't think they're going to suck that bad, honestly. I think a lot of people think they're going to suck. I think they're actually a decent option to split behind your King Tower now, believe it or not, because 3 Barbarians will go one way, 2 will go another way for 5 elixir, potentially forcing out a Fireball from the opponent on the 3 Barbarians, which isn't bad, and you still have 2 left standing. And I don't know, nice NATO there, gonna kill that Sparky or at least prevent any, no, Sparky still gets a hit. Ash, stop calling things too early, my dude. All right, so here we go. It's going to be definitely sudden death match here, guys. But yeah, I think Barbarians are going to be okay. Obviously, Barbarians will open up some space to Royal Hog decks again. Nice predictive Skarmy trying to keep that Wizard alive. Even the log comes down as well. We don't keep the Wizard alive, but we're doing some damage to the King Tower. But the one card I did want to talk about is Rascals. I think that Rascals get a really sneaky, pretty substantial nerf. So shout out to Ape because he actually noticed this. I was tweeting some clips of all the new cards or all the cards in action after the balance changes yesterday. And he was like, dude, the girl Rascals now drop before the boy Rascal. And it's true. I think that's a low-key, pretty big nerf because, the thing is you need your boy oftentimes. I'm sure you guys, if you've ever played Rascals, you put him down and that boy immediately goes into action. He immediately tanks. That's not going to be the case anymore. Anything coming down the lane is going to get the attention of the girl Rascals before the boy, right? So even if it's like a Wizard, it doesn't matter. It's still going to target the girls before the boy because they're going to spawn before the boy, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, guys, let's go and talk about this match here. Enough blabbing about balance changes, Ash. 1 minute, 50 seconds or so remaining in this match. Things are pretty much dead even. We have a little bit of a damage advantage onto the King Tower, and he has a little bit of a damage advantage onto the Princess Tower. We're going to have to contend with this Sparky coming through. We're trying to get all the damage we can against that King Tower, so we fireball that Mega Minion. Now we have NATO in hand. We're probably going to use it here. Here comes the NATO pulling everything together. A log to push that Giant back. This could be trouble here, guys. Oh, the knight just in the nick of time to prevent that Sparky from locking on to the wizard in the tower. That could have been trouble, but we do. The knight comes in really huge in this deck. Fireball comes raining down again. 956 damage remaining on the king tower. He's pretty aggressive with his fireballs, guys, if you haven't noticed. He's using them anytime he can. Once against the mega minion there, and now this time just predicting whatever the opponent's gonna throw at him. He's really, really comfortable relying on the tornado and the giant skeleton bomb on defense, and there it goes again, and immediately he's dropping that hog rider and the predictive fireball again. We do get to the tower. 157 remaining, make it 34 damage remaining, guys, and that's gonna be a nice victory on that king, or in his second on the king tower, as soon as he has the log back in cycle. A nice defense here, utilizing the knight, and there's the hog rider down, and fireball. There it is, GG Denisito. Let's go ahead and jump into match number 2 for Ultimate Champion. All right, guys, here we go. Match number 2 against Mr. Crad. Mr. Crad. Man, I'm thinking about changing my name in game. Have any of you guys used your name change? Have you used multiple name changes? I'm thinking like I could do maybe a contest where you pick my name, but then now that I say it out loud, that sounds so pretentious and stupid. It's like, hey mom, dad, a YouTuber who plays a mobile game changed his name to what I selected. It's like, oh, good job, son. You've come far in life. Good job. I mean, what an accomplishment, right? So anyway, we're going against Lava Hound here, Mr. Crad, and we're gonna really be relying heavily on the wizard here. Let's hope that he's not running Lava Loon Fireball Zap, because, I mean, if you guys haven't noticed, you have air options in this deck. There's the Fireball, and we're gonna take a ton of pup damage here to our tower. We won't even get a swing with a knight on their tower either in return. So, if you guys haven't noticed, our wizard is going to be really critical on defense against air units in this deck, so you never want to be kind of wasting your wizard or just cycling it for no reason in the back. A big no-no with this deck. Save the wizard for when you really, really need him, or at least until you've identified your opponent's deck and you know you can get by without him. But that said, we do have a couple other tools at our disposal here. We have Fireball, which, if you noticed the last match, we used Fireball quite a bit against Minion Horde there, against Mega Minion, against air troops, because Fireball obviously is an anti-air card as well, obviously, right? And then, on top of that, we have the Giant Skeleton, and we have the Tornado. So the Giant Skeleton Bomb and the Tornado obviously does a great job against air units as well. This time we're not going to be willing to take a ton of chip damage from these lava pups, so we do a good job kind of tanking with that knight there. We send in the Hog Rider. Hog's going to get to the tower there. There's going to be 2 swings, and the knight gets to the tower for another swing of his own, taking that tower down to 2149. So into double elixir time, things are looking all right. We're kind of even here. Now let's see what he does. He's gonna fireball that tombstone, and I thought that's what he was gonna do there. In a matchup like this, you just need to get that tombstone out of cycle, because he has to answer this giant skeleton. Here it comes, a wizard, and immediately drops that NATO there. The tower is going to be able to finish off that balloon. It's not going to get a hit on the tower. We'll get death damage though. But again, tombstone's back in cycle. That was a quick cycle back to that tombstone. But again, that's why we're fireballing the tombstone in this matchup, guys. It's really an important key. And now he has no tombstone in cycle again, so immediately we attack. I mean, he has guards. Ooh, just in the nick of time, drops those guards. Are we gonna get the death damage? We do! Boom! That was a really heads-up play there by Denisito, guys. Again, fireball the first tombstone, then we attack with the hog, we force a second tombstone out of him, and then once the second tombstone was used, we attack with the giant skeleton and the Skarmy right there at the bridge. And that was a perfect play, and that's gonna pick up 2 victories in Ultimate Champion for Denisito. All he needs is one more log, and there it is, boom! And he drops the oops to add a little insult to injury. Yeah, he's a little bit of a bad manners player. Let's go into match number 3, guys, and see if he can pick up another victory. All right, guys, here we go. Match number 3 against Arctic Pekke. I think I know this guy. From Twitter. What's up, Arctic? Do I have the new, I don't have the new emote yet, but I will be. By the way, just a reminder, guys, I'll be streaming tomorrow, and I'll be streaming and giving away 6,000 exclusive Rascal Girl emote. So swing by on YouTube or on Facebook. I'll be on both platforms going against the Royal Dirty Giant deck over here. We'll be live streaming, something we don't do too often on YouTube. So stop by, get your exclusive emote. After this, after Sunday, never again will you have an opportunity to get those emotes in-game. So here we go. It's going to be a wizard. He's just going to go ahead and let that wizard probably die. He's not going to support it here. And the baby dragon comes down for Arctic Peke. Now, a secret here, guys, for you. We actually do very well against Royal Giant playing this deck, believe it or not. And it's really the power of the Knight in this deck. That's why we don't have, like, the Ice Golem. Knight really comes through in the clutch, providing a little bit of extra DPS. You saw how much you used the Knight against even, like, a Giant or a Sparky in that first matchup. So the Knight is a very important piece of this deck. Of course, if you want more splash damage or you want to play around with that slot, you can maybe sub in the Royal Ghost if you have it. There's some options there, but the Knight is definitely the card that Denisito really prefers there. So here it comes, Giant Skeleton. He's going to do a good job because it's kind of clogging up the lane here. And the idea behind this deck, I mean, oh, countering Royal Giant. Here we go, right? With a Knight and a NATO, we can hold the Royal Giant just to one hit, and you're going to see it right here. He should only get one hit on this tower. Yep, perfect, right? So that's really valuable. For 6 elixir, we can hold the Royal Giant just to one swing there, as long as you're early enough, of course, on the Knight. But the whole idea behind this deck, which I should have talked about at the beginning of the video, not midway through it, but whatever. You guys are here, you guys are watching, I appreciate it. Now we'll talk about it, right? So Giant Skeleton's gonna clog the lane right here, but that's the whole point of this deck, right? Combining the Giant Skeleton and the Hog Rider can be very difficult, especially in some matchups for the opponent to contend with. Matchups that rely on like Hunter or Ewiz to stop your Hog Rider, when you combine the Hog Rider, that is, with the Giant Skeleton, of course Giant Skeleton, providing he stays in the lane, is going to kill all the troops your opponent uses to try to counter your Hog Rider. And that's the magic of Giant Skeleton with Hog. Of course, Giant Skeleton Hog at the bridge is generally a play you're going to make after a defensive success, when your opponent's win condition is out of cycle, or a double elixir play. So you're not going to be doing that like to start the match by any means. No 10 elixir pushes. So here, it looks like we're just going to try to fireball cycle out. We don't know what spell Arctic Peke has. It could be a fireball or it could be a lightning. So let's see if we can again prevent any damage with this from this Royal Giant. A log comes down as well, and again, no damage there. A NATO, a Giant Skeleton, and a log, and we prevent all damage from that last Royal Giant push. We don't get our Hog to the tower, but look at this. Look at this bomb. Boom! See ya. See ya, push. Don't have to worry about it. I think he tried to snipe with the wizard there. Not going to get the job done, but now he has Giant Skeleton back in cycle again. And we have Log, I believe, back in cycle. We're probably waiting. No, we're not even going to wait for the next Fire Spirits. It doesn't matter, because again, that Giant Skeleton's just going to clog up that lane. Giant Skeleton's a weird card because he's certainly not meta, but I don't know if we even want him meta. I think that if they buff Giant Skeleton, which I don't think he really even needs, but I think some people call for it in the comments here and there. That's why I mention it. But I think if they buffed it, I think he would just be so annoying. I think he would turn in from a card that's niche and kind of cool and off meta and good and effective to a really annoying card if they gave him any more buff than he has. Just my opinion. What do you guys think? Anyway, another fireball goes down. And there it is, guys. One more fireball will do the trick here, guys. So all we have to do here, and he's laughing with a lot of barbarians going on. A lot of barbarian laughing. Just going to clog up the lane with the Giant Skeleton. Log comes down. Fireball should be in hand. He just needs, he has it in hand right now, so it should be the next card played is the Fireball. Actually, strike that. He uses the Skarmy, and then the Fireball, and there we go. GG, 3 in a row, guys. Let's do one more match, see if we can end with a flawless, perfect 4-0 video for you guys. All right, guys, here we go. 4th and final match of the video against Nova Lucas, and I believe that Lucas plays 2.6 Hog Cycle. We'll see. It'll be a really difficult matchup. He starts out with the Ice Spirit, so I'm assuming I was right there. And he's a really, really, really good player. We're going to log and probably NATO King activate here. Lucas gives the Goblin Flame emote, one of my favorite emotes, personally. And then, okay, so I actually watch a bunch of these pros matches, usually if I can, before I hit record, just try to get a feel for the deck and how they're playing it. And I saw him go against a 2.6 Hog Cycle player, and he utilized a strategy of placing the wizard every time at the river. So I'm assuming he's going to do it right now. Let's see. Yep, right there. Every time the giant skeleton crosses the river, he places the wizard right there against 2.6. Kind of a takeaway for you guys. It didn't work out there, but the reasoning behind that is we want to kill the musketeer. Make sure that they can't, I mean, if Lucas is able to parlay these musketeer and hog rider pushes and keep that giant skeleton away from the lane, we're gonna be in trouble. This is a very difficult matchup, and really, this is probably the most challenging matchup out there for this deck, just because they can always cycle to another cannon faster than we can cycle to another hog, and they just have a lot of kind of kite cards, all these cheap cards. Look at that NATO. Denying all damage in an even trade there because we had to use the log as well. He used an Ice Spirit with the Hog Rider, but a beautiful NATO there to prevent any damage from the tower. I don't know, guys. The problem, like I was saying, sorry, just kind of a momentary thinking here. But the problem here is that they can just deal with the giant skeleton so well, and that's why, again, we're dropping that wizard right where you saw it, and Lucas is going to want to get rid of that wizard, so he fireballs, sends that wizard to the opposite lane, and we try to take advantage of that wizard using the Hog Rider there, and a nice predictive log keeping that wizard alive. Beautiful play there by Denisito, and then the bomber comes in for Lucas, but hey, we didn't get a lot of damage, though, for it. I mean, it was a beautiful play, but at the end of the day, 3205 damage remaining on the right tower. And then the Hog Rider does get a hit, adding insult to injury to our left tower, taking it down to 2777. So there's a big push going on, but look at this. Let's see how Lucas defends. Fireball comes down from both players. A log comes down, but again, just doing a really nice job. The fireball, the musketeer, the cycle cards, and the cannon doing a very good job. Lucas is on the defensive end, preventing us from even getting any damage besides the fireball onto that princess tower. Nice defense here. We're not going to take any damage in the left lane. We have about 5 seconds remaining here in regulation, excuse me. We're already way into double elixir time. This is definitely going to be an overtime match. A fireball comes down. We don't hit that Ice Spirit, though. We have a log in cycle, but it looks like he's going to get another swing on the tower. 2015 remaining now on the left tower. See, if I'm Denisito here, I might consider playing for a draw. Again, the wizard in the same spot. What did I tell you guys? He's really keen on dropping that wizard right there when the opponent has skeletons or a Skarmy or a Goblin Gang to kind of kite the giant skeleton towards the center. That's why no matter if your opponent has any of those cards, you're going to be wanting to utilize that strategy. Now notice he went in with the Skarmy there in the right. It's basically a lot of times when Denisito knows that the giant skeleton bomb is going to provide value, he makes a random aggressive play in the opposite lane. Something that I've seen a lot from him, because he knows he's going to get value out of the giant skeleton, and he's trying to capture some of that value on the offensive end by being a little bit overtly aggressive. So that's what he did there with that Skarmy, and obviously trying to bait out the log as well, so he can play his Skarmy on defense for the Hog Rider, but it's kind of like a 2 birds, 1 stone situation there. So here, oh no! Oh man, that's GG. That's GG. You see that predictive log there by Lucas taking down the Skarmy, and that's again why we're trying to get that log out of rotation. But hey, now he's just gonna go ahead and cycle the 1 fireball. It was too good to be true to go undefeated, but hey, remember, even the best pro still only wins like 55–60% of their matches. So guys, that's gonna do it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. A huge shout out to Denisito Pro and his clan for doing this video. Los Mones. And guys, thank you for watching all the way till the end. I really appreciate it. Check out his player stats and profile, thanks to statsroyale.com in the description below. And check out my YouTube partner, Bren Chong, in the description below, guys. Show him some love. He does a lot for the community. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, take care, guys.